Greetings everyone, hope you're all keeping well out there. As I'm sure you all know by now, my name is Alex and today we are getting into the Christmas spirit of things around here as we take a look at this, which is in fact an animated LED projector light. Now of course, when it comes to Christmas, everyone out there pretty much likes to decorate either everything in tinsel or lights. So I think this one could be quite an interesting option because especially with the animated light, it really could be quite eye-catching. So looking at this box to begin with, as you can see, it is just made of cardboard, but it is fairly well decorated. I mean, obviously you've got lots of Christmas symbols around the box on the outside and pretty much most of the sides here. And then of course you've got the company name, which is Lopu, I think. On the front here you've got LED animated projector light, obviously, and then it says 12 replaceable slides. So straight away that's giving you quite a lot of options to choose from when setting this up. Then on the side here you've got a few examples of the pictures that it can project, and it says here 12 slides, timer setting, 3 projection modes, adjustable angle, 2 mounting methods, and it can be used either indoor or outdoor. And then finally on the other side we have some product specifications, so let's have a quick look at these. So to begin with we have the actual name, which is of course the LED animated projector light, and then we have the material, which is ABS. Now just to confirm, ABS is basically plastic, but it's a much more stronger, it has a higher melting point, but it's a good thing, okay? So ABS plastic is what it is made of. We've got the input voltage, which is AC 100 volts to 240 volts at 50 to 60 hertz, and then of course the output, which is DC 5 volts and 1 amp. The power consumption is only 5 watts, so it is nice and low, and then of course the light source is an LED. But look at this, the power cord length is 5 meters, so that's good. That's a good long length there. That should hopefully provide plenty of room to maneuver wherever you want this lamp to be placed. Now the waterproof rating of this is IP44, okay? So basically what that means, I suppose you could say it's weatherproof, maybe splash proof, but if you're going to use this in a heavy downpour of rain, I would not recommend that, okay? Just to confirm, and obviously don't put this in water. And then finally we have the projection distance, which is 3 to 20 meters. So that's quite big, to be honest with you. So if you wanted, say, a big projection on the outside of your house, move this away up to 20 meters and you will get a huge display. Now it's time for the favorite bit, of course, which is to open this up. So here we go. Right then, what we got here, we are met with a little leaflet. It says, "Hello, my friend." Then we move on to the actual user manual, and it is literally just a piece of paper, but as long as it does the job, that's what I say. How to install this, how to use it, how to set it up, and then of course finally the remote control and how to use that. And this of course is the actual remote control itself, and let's just see, yeah. Okay then, yeah, it's just a basic remote. It's nice and light. It's obviously got lots of features on it, as you can see here. You've got just looks like the speed up, speed down, which projection you want. Not too sure what the F's mean, but of course we will find out. And that looks like a timer function as well here, 2 hours, 4 hours, and 6 hours. So quite a few different options there to play around with. So what should we pull out here first? Okay, we'll take, we'll take this out. Okay, and we don't need that. And this is, oh, this is the actual projector itself. Oh, right, okay then. Let's just remove this very quickly. So this is the actual projection device itself, and I've got to admit it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I honestly thought it was going to be massive. Even though this box is quite small, for some reason I thought this was going to be quite big. But I suppose with it being nice and small, it's good, especially if you want to use it indoors mostly, then it's not going to be a big eyesore in the corner of your room. It's actually going to be quite fairly easy to hide. This is obviously the UK power plug adapter to fit it in, and then these are, what are they? They look like the actual slides, to be honest with you. Let's just have a little look very quickly. Yes, it is. Okay, so as you can see, that looks like it's a snow effect one there of some sort, but obviously you've got quite a few slides there. I think it was 12 in total. So I'm quite interested to see how well they work. Then we've got, looks like this is the holding plate to allow it to stay in one position. This is the tilting plate, I'm presuming, with a screw. And then here we've got 2 mounting options. Obviously a spike to stick into your grass or ground of some sort. And then we have the wall mounting screws as well. So there we go, that's the unboxing done, and we don't need this anymore. Now just having a quick overview of this projector, I've got to admit it does appear to be well made. I mean, it is just plastic, okay, like previously said. But at the same time, in terms of weatherproofing, it does seem very tightly compact. I mean, I can't see there being any major problems if you were to leave this outside. Obviously, if there was a major snowstorm or a major downpour of rain, then yeah, you're probably best bringing this in. But if you're somewhere where there's a bit of light snow, light rain, anything like that, I think this will survive quite well. But I think the main thing to do now is to set this all up, and then of course we're going to dim the lights and turn it on. So this light is now on, and as you can see, it is producing a bit of a circular motion on the back wall there. Now there's no slide in there at the moment, and I'm presuming that's on the animated setting. So this is the one that was actually already inside. So I'm going to put this one on, and it looks like it is Santa Claus having a bit of a kiss and a cuddle. So I presume we just put this in. So there we go, there it is. I've moved it onto the door because on the actual wall, obviously being a blue wall, you ain't getting the true effect, but it's an animated projector light. On to the next slide now, we have a jolly Santa Claus. So if I press the animated feature here, let's see what he does. He really does seem very jolly. Let's try something a bit different here. So what we've got, this looks like a snow pattern. Okay, so this could be quite interesting. I always put them in the wrong way. Let's try this way. Okay then, so that's quite nice. That's quite a nice effect, to be honest with you. I mean, yes, it is just, again, a singular pattern. But you know what? That'd be quite cool on a window. So that was just a quick demonstration there. And of course, we are only inside. But so far, I've quite enjoyed it. I really have. I mean, it wasn't exactly what I was expecting, but it does seem to do its job. It projects a nice, bright, animated image, which would be very eye-catching and a very nice, very welcome surprise to any party, especially if it was more of a kids party, because I think this is what this light is more aimed at. However, I think the main thing to do now is to take this outside and test it there. Okay then, so as you can see here, I've just placed a still image of the house I'm going to try the projector on. Now, as you can see, it is dark, but I've put a light on there just so you can actually see the house. But I'm going to turn the light off now and then turn the projector on. And there we go, there's the snowman in action, and as you can see, he is quite big. The projection is quite big. I'm about, say, 20 feet away from the house now, and the projector is obviously pointing up towards it, and I've got to admit, I'm quite impressed. Now this is the snow projection, and as you can see, I've placed it on a faster setting, so it is almost dancing on the side of the house. But again, the effect is very noticeable and quite nice. Now this one was one of my favourites. This is the lightning storm effect, and again, it's still on the fast setting, but I do think it's a very nice effect, especially if you were having some kind of scary or Halloween themed party. It really is very eye-catching. Then of course we have Santa in his sleigh. And then this is a Halloween one. As you can see, you've got pumpkin, bats, and a ghost there. So there's quite a lot of movement, but at the same time, it is all in a circular spotlight. So not the best, but still just as good if you were to have a Halloween party. And finally, we have here Santa once again looking very jolly. And as you can see, the projection of this is absolutely massive. I mean, he's huge. He's literally covering the house from top to bottom there. And it is a very nice effect. So if you were planning on having a party of some sort and you had one of these shining on your house, your guests would easily be able to find your property, and I presume would be very impressed. Well, there you go. That was the actual light in action outside, and I've got to admit, I think it performed quite well. I mean, you did get a huge, massive image on the side of the house there, which could be easily seen, and it really would attract anyone's attention, especially if you were someone who was planning a major, big Halloween or even Christmas-themed party. So I've got to admit, I was quite surprised how well it worked outside. I mean, for such a small device, it really does create quite a huge image. Only downside I'd like to mention about this really is that I thought you could do a projection of each individual image at the same time, but no matter what I did, I could not find a way to do it. So maybe it was just me, maybe it was me doing something wrong, I don't know, but I could not get that to work. But overall, it does what it says. It's a light, it projects it, and it is also animated. So it is actually quite cool, to be honest with you. And especially if you are someone who has a lot of parties or maybe a lot of children around, you know, especially during the holidays, then yeah, they are going to love this and they are going to be extremely fascinated, and it will really help them get into that party atmosphere. So if you are someone out there who likes to have that extra something at their party, then yeah, get one of these. It's nice to look at, it's very small, compact, it does the job. and it's actually quite a cool little device. But of course, as usual, if you've got any questions or comments you'd like to ask me about the LED animated projector, then you know what to do. Put them in the comment section below and I'll get back to your answer as quickly as possible. And of course, not forgetting, if you enjoyed this video and you like tech, then please show your appreciation by giving this video a fantastic thumbs up, and don't forget to hit me up on that classic subscribe button. But until next time, thank you once again for watching, and I'll hopefully see you at some point very soon. Thank you.